Inside the Classroom takes an in-depth look at one of Team Hardin County Schools' best teachers in action, featuring comments, class instruction, and insight inside the classroom.
I was going to be a pediatrician, and I went to college, and I worked in industry for 3 years, and I option sixed in South Carolina because there were no jobs. I thought I wanted to be an elementary school teacher, and they threw me in a biology room, and I loved it ever since. We are going to model natural selection today. We are wrapping up this unit. You guys have done all your evolution activities for our exam tomorrow. So today you're going to be finches, and we have 4 different types of beaks. We've got tweezer beak, spoonbill, binder clip, and clothespin. Okay, and so you're going to have 20 seconds and listen to my time to get whatever food I talk to you about. And then you're going to compete, just like in nature. All right, so we're going to go for our rubber band. So everybody get your beaks ready. Your stomach has to stay on the ground. If we cheat, I'm a hawk and I will kill you.
Wow.
All right, stomachs have to stay on the ground. All right, beaks up. On your mark, get set, feed. All right, time. All right, count them. Time. Count them. Write them down, record your data. Record your data. I went to JTown, so Coach Hopman, he was our anatomy teacher, and Miss Fugate, our humanities teacher. So they were phenomenal. They kept us engaged. They had great relationships with us, and they really were my inspiration. The next one is toothpicks. Beaks up. On your mark, get set, feed. Keep going.
There's no more toothpicks.
The other are, I see some. Relationships. Day one, I had this big hairy guy, and he told me he failed biology, and I had told them I'd been teaching for 5 years in biology because it was high school and I was scared to death, and he and I hit it off right off. I was like, you failed because you didn't have me, and at that moment, I knew I was where I needed to be. The relationships, the bonds, the kids allow me in their stories, and it is my honor to be that. Toothpicks. That's competition, baby. It's competing in nature. All right, time. Count your toothpicks. No giving up. Come on, you're not dead. Look at you.
I died already.
Oh, look at you, killing it with the toothpicks.
4.
A lot of it has to do, and I tell my new teachers this, personal relationships with kids. Watch them, see them, get to know them, and you can see where they flourish. So I give my kids a lot of choices. I give them a lot of different activities, a lot of hands-on, moving activities, and biology lends itself to that. But I get bored easy, so I understand kids do. So we just try to change it up all the time. Broken spaghetti. Now, look, when you're looking in here, the broken spaghetti is the, spaghetti noodles. The next one will be macaroni. Those don't look like macaroni shells. I didn't have any. Those are like little curlies. All right, but we're doing broken spaghetti first. On your mark, get set, feed. Compete, compete.
Look, it doesn't even work.
Compete, compete. You might die. You know, Laszlo, sometimes in nature it doesn't work.
If it breaks my bird beak, do I get extra points?
No, because.
Broke mine twice. That's not an accomplishment.
All right, time. Well, first off, like I always tell the kids, I don't know how much biology I teach you, but I need you to be an educated adult who can vote because you're educated and you find out the real facts. All right, now it's macaroni time. On your mark, beaks up, get set, feed. Macaroni. There's only one macaroni? Sometimes people die. All right, time. Right now in our country, it's very anti-science. And I feel that it's very important that we teach these kids to gather the evidence and make their decisions based on fact, not on stories or just an internet blurb. And they are our future. They are going to be the ones voting. They are going to be the ones taking care of us, and I feel that that's important. Beans? All right. We about ready for our beans? All right. On your mark, get set, beaks up, feed.
She's already scooping her. Keep it on the ground.
This is messy. Nature is messy. Keep going. You're not a hungry bird. Time. All right, get them counted. Count them. Count them. Laszlo, are you dying over and over and over, baby? All together? You're dying off, man. Man's evolution, right? You did not survive.
Miss Lynch is one of my effective teachers. She's one of my favorites because, like with other teachers, I feel like they kind of helicopter parent us and like have to hold our hands to everything. But Miss Lynch kind of treats us like we're grown high schoolers, and like if we're struggling, she like helps us through it and doesn't like treat us like we're, you know, dumber for whatever reason. But she always just kind of like, she treats us like we're people and like lets us do our own thing even though we might be struggling on something.
In today's lesson, you saw a basic level biology class. We have honors and dual credit as well, but this is your basic level. We've got a different range of students. Normally a biology class is 10th graders. In here we've got some repeating 11th graders. We have a 12th grader that never had biology from his old school, and we have some freshmen that have transferred in that take biology. So it is a hugely diverse group of kids, age differences as well as backgrounds. All right, ready? All right, Rice, last one. On your mark, get set, feed. Time. All right. All right. All right, count them up. So today we completed our evolution unit, and we actually did an adaptation lab where the kids had to compete for resources with different beaks. So what we're going to do is everyone who is a clothespin needs to come back here. All of the clothespins come back here. Tweezers are here. Spoons are here.
With today's lab, we did natural selection, and it was very hands-on. We got to have fun with it, and that's one thing that I've always liked because it makes me happy.
She interacts with students. She's very helpful when everyone needs help. She gives each student, like, they're different, so she has different needs for everybody. She's very helpful and, yeah, just loving person.
So we finished our evolution activities, and this unit they will take their exam tomorrow. And the lab helped them to model everything that they learned. We did activities, adaptation activities. We did some selection activities and speciation activities, and today's activity modeled the whole thing. And so they will do a peg writing tomorrow after their exam to show evidence for natural selection. Get your math done and fill out your row in your chart, and then go back to your group. So get your cell phone out. Let's go. Get your cell phones out and do your math. So all you're doing is adding them up. Look, and then what are you guys? Spoons? You all fill out the spoon portion, and then when you go back to with your groups, you all will trade data. Okay?
Wait, what do we do with this?
I mean, if you need to do math on it, or you can do it with just your phone. The peg writing is our district writing, where the kids do a writing piece in every class. They do 2 on the computer, and it scores the writing for us, which is very nice as a science teacher. All I have to do is score the content, and that helps me because I'm kind of a bullet-like girl. I just want the facts, and so PEG helps us, and it helps the kids write and develop their pieces. Okay, I want you to, it's going to be a big graph, so everybody follow along. Follow along. Laszlo, yes? Can you see? Hannah, yes? Haley? Just a big L. But it's just your graph. Yeah, like the L. I mean, yeah. I would hope so. Do you think I like to draw this just because I like to? Laszlo. It's an L for Laszlo. I know. He is special to me. All right. Here we go. Now, when we're looking at independent variable versus dependent variable, what did you control for the x-axis? The beak. There are 7 different food types. So you need to make sure you go 8 over. 8 boxes over for your tweezer beak. Then go 8 more boxes for your clothespin. 8 more boxes for binder clip. Which one am I missing? Tweezer, clothespin, binder clip, spoon. Lowest number. Lowest number, guys. Lowest number on your data table. 4, highest number. 281. Huh? 597. Oh, I got to sneeze. Okay. So let's do this in 50s. 50, let's get a new pen that works. Go on up, because you've got a big piece of graph paper. So do it in increments of 50. All the way up to 600, am I right? Okay. They all tell me they're bad at science. And I always say, you've not really done science. We're finally, with Next Gen Science Standards, teaching science at the younger elementary levels and make it curious and fun. Science to them is not curious or fun. So I make it fun and I make it real. Like, they were a predator last week and they ate Teddy Grahams. And they had to select for the Happy Bears. And so they get to see science, but they see it in a different light. The relationships, they call me a nerd. I am a nerd. I love Star Wars and I love science. And so we joke about that, but they're able to see that, I mean, I'm sort of cool. I was never cool when I was young, but at the high school level, I'm kind of cool. And so they can see you can like science and be kind of cool, and being smart isn't a bad thing. Okay, now, so that's your key, right? So paper clips here at Tweezers are 25. So just do one little square for 25. See? Rubber bands for 50. So beside it, do this color. Yep. See what I'm doing?
She's helped me to love science because she's just very passionate about everything she teaches. Like, she wants us to be involved in it as much as she is. So she talks in depth about the cooler parts of it, and it's not always just boring note work. Like, we get up and we do hands-on learning, or we watch a documentary for 5 minutes about natural selection or something like that, just so that we feel more involved in the lesson.
Once we get done graphing, this is the not so fun part of this lab. You guys need to analyze it. Okay? Answer your questions well. And then the back page is your writing piece, because we haven't done PEG. And we got to get that done.
Miss Lynch has absolutely helped me learn to love science. It's never been a good subject for me, that and math, and she's helped me enjoy it. Awesome.
Oh, I like that pink. It's my favorite. Look at your clothespin. It looks good. Looks good. Your key's nice. Okay, kids. Come on, baby girl. Oh, I see it. You just don't have the colors yet.
Miss Lynch, like, it makes you feel at home and like safe in the classroom.
Miss Lynch is an effective teacher because she really engages with the students. She has personal connections, and she's just like a really like well-rounded person. And like she looks at everything like with more than one aspect. So it's like she really connects with her students on a personal level and on a school level.
I'm most excited about the relationships that I can form with these kids. They come from such diverse backgrounds. Some of them are so trauma-filled, and I may be their only high, their only hug, their only happy. And so they allow me into the story, their story, which is a huge honor, and it humbles me when I think about it. So really, my kids are my greatest joy.
She just listens. Like, she notices, she shows she cares by asking me whenever something's wrong. She notices, and she helps me with my schedule, with everything that I go through. I know she cares because she really listens whenever something's wrong.
We watch like a lot of videos to like help us like engage more. We do a lot of hands-on activities, partner work, and like a lot of discussions, so we see everyone's point of view on how people look at things and stuff like that. So it's like I feel like the best way we learn is like hands-on and stuff like that.
Miss Lynch is very different. She interacts and she has relationships with the students in the class. Like, everybody likes her.
I am incredibly humbled and honored. 19 years of teaching, and I've never won an award, so being a finalist was really, it kind of capped it. It made, makes all of this work worth it. So spoon is 4, so whatever color is 4. What, paperclip is blue? Where's the blue? Right. So your 4 is going to be really low, like that. Okay? All right, hit it. All right, looking good. Look at you and your tiny little... What? That's cute.
Yeah, I know it is.
I love it.
Yeah, I don't have it.
You don't have the tiny little cute? You just have fat squares?
Oh no, I was talking to Bass though.
I'm teasing.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know, honey, it's your key.
What do you mean for
Look at your key. All right, Bess, that's good.
Miss Lynch is one of my favorite teachers because she just helps everybody. She's more of a friend and a teacher. She's always a teacher first, but when needed, she's a teacher. She's a mom. She's everything you could need at school.
I had one going to bioengineering. She is one of my favorite kids. She came in from a very, very strict religious background and told me that she just did not believe in science and she did not believe in all of these things, but she was going to be respectful to me. I taught her AP biology and dual credit anatomy, and she is now a bioengineer. And she was like, science doesn't have to define your religion. Religion doesn't have to define your science. So that was a great joy. I've got nurses. I've got some doctors. One of my former students from Lugoff Elgin years ago is a PhD teaching in college science. And then some of them just survive. I'm just so glad that some of them make it, that they aren't in jail or they're not passed away. They are living a good life and a healthy life and a safe life.
North Hardin has really good teachers, but Miss Lynch stands out to me the most because once again, like she really engages and she has a way with kids, and it's like she relates her personal life to us. So it's like we kind of get and understand more. It's just like relationship based, you know what I mean?
Because Miss Lynch is special. She interacts with students. She helps like not like any other teacher would help, but she actually helps, explains when I need help. She helps me, so like that.
Miss Lynch is an effective teacher because I have depression and anxiety, and there's days where I just have to sleep because of my depression. There's days where I can't even stay still because of my anxiety. And she works with my schedule, and she helps me get my work done.
Well, first off, like I say, it's always about relationships. They are comfortable with me. They know that they can tell me, Miss Lynch, I'm having a rough day. I'm really anxious today. I need music. I always let them use headphones after I teach, not when I'm teaching. Sometimes they just need to kind of be within themselves while they're working. I'm really lucky in this room that I've got a prep room that if a kid really needs to be away, they are in my room in the prep room, so they're not out in the hallway. And it's all about relationships. When they talk to me, we adjust. They know, though, that my expectations are high. They are still required to finish their work, but I can get them in the environment that they need to feel safe and secure and able to do their work.
Yours didn't have that much.
Yeah, because why? What's the difference between the tweezers and the rice and the spoon and the rice?
I don't know. I can just scoop them accurate.
Yes.
The rice is just kind of
Like scoop. Because when you were scooping, every time you ate, did you always get nourishment?
Yeah.
No, wait, I mean, you got nourishment, but did you always get the amount of nourishment in your scoop? No, because you were just randomly scooping. Sometimes you were getting rocks or twigs, right? Good stuff.
I'll remember Miss Lynch because, like, you know, Miss Lynch is one of those type of people that, like, you know, if you're feeling down, like, she's the first to ask you what's wrong, or, like, you know, she just cheers you up. She just has, like, a bubbly personality, so it's like, even if you're upset or, like, just not feeling well today, like, you know, just her smile kind of, like, warms you up and makes you feel better about everything. So, yeah, I feel like that's one of the main reasons I'll remember her, because she just doesn't teach. I don't know. I don't know if it's like a mother thing or what, but like, she just has like this personality that just kind of connects with really fast.
I think I'll remember Miss Lynch because she's always been there for me since I've started her class, and I'll be able to look back and think that she made my high school career something to remember.
Oh, I love the diversity. This is home. My first teaching job was in Lugoff-Elgin in South Carolina, and I loved it. It was diverse and home. I'm from JTown, so I'm used to the diversity, and the minute I walked in the door here, I felt like it was home.
I feel like I'll remember Miss Lynch because she's just it's obviously that she cares about her students. Like, she treats us like we're her own kids. Like, if one of us is having a bad day, she's gonna ask us like how it's going. She knows like a little bit about everyone, and she always remembers everything. So I'll always remember like coming into her classroom and feeling, you know, like she really cares for me, like I'm one of her own.
Awesome. You do great.
Teachers are so important because we are the future of the future. We nurture these kids, we counsel these kids, we teach these kids, and they are the ones that take care of us. You know, we are you know, their last, especially at the high school level, we are their last like lifeline. I always tell my dual credit kids, take me, I'm your safety net. You know, I teach college, I'm not their safety net, but here I am. And we can push them and encourage them to be the best they can be because they are all so full of potential.
Look it up.